Hi there, it's Katrin from 3Ps. Thank you for joining me. I was thinking about weights rooms and how we can encourage more women to lift weights. And I was thinking about all the reasons that I'm given for why women shouldn't be in weights rooms. And I just thought I'd put some thoughts down in this video so you can have a think about things. And next time, if you are lifting weights as a woman, you get the usual uninformed comments about why women shouldn't be in the weights room, then you'll have your own views, but you'll have some views from me as well. And for those who don't know me, I'm a personal trainer. I specialise in weights. And weights is my passion. I've been in lots of weights gyms in my time. I also have a weights gym myself, plus a private training gym. So I'm both a customer and a gym owner, so I know it from both sides. But I thought I'd just put down for you the positives, the reasons why I think it's a really great idea for women to be in the weights room. So I've got a list here and I'm just going to go through them. Right, the first one is about the fact that if you have women in the weights room, it will inevitably create more of a community feel and more social feel. Now, I'm not saying here that this is like, women are going to come in and just start chatting. Women are there seriously to train. But the nature of the way women interact with people is about building connections and building relationships. If you put this into a social media context, you may not be aware, but the majority of users of social media are female. Now, you might expect that was something like Pinterest, but it's also the case with Facebook, for example. Now, LinkedIn and marginally on YouTube, men are bigger users, but actually women are also very substantial users of LinkedIn and YouTube in particular. So women operate in a way that naturally builds connections, naturally builds relationships. When it comes to adopting healthy goals, accountability is really important. And so having a social network or a social grouping or a reason to go to the gym is very, very powerful in terms of helping to keep you on track. And women naturally form those relationships in the gym. So the first point I make is in relation to the weights room is if you want to have a healthy weights room where people like to come, like to train, and it isn't just a clique for a few meatheads, then encouraging women to come to the weights room is really important. The second point I wanted to make about women in the weights room is that generally speaking, women aren't going into a weights room because they're saying, I want to build massive arms or I want to build huge lats. They tend to say they want to tone up or shape up, and that's a whole body approach. It's very different from men who often will say, I want massive arms, or I want big lats. Now that may be because they don't know any different, but they will start with quite an isolationist approach. There are certain muscles they want to build, certain muscles they're not interested in. So there are men, but there aren't that many men who go into the gym and say, I want to build massive legs. But obviously, if you are doing a whole body approach, then you would start from the legs and work up. You would use your whole body in your routine. It's a much healthier way to operate. You end up with a body that's much more aesthetically in tune, in my view. And if you're a true bodybuilder, it's exactly the approach you would adopt as well. Because as a bodybuilder, you don't go on stage with no legs. You need to have fully developed across your whole body. So women and bodybuilders here have the same approach. It's just the guys in the middle that are different. So if you are a bodybuilder, it would be worth supporting women in coming to weights room because they will be doing the same thing as you, which is whole body. It also means that you're going to end up with people doing more interesting exercises. Not everybody's going to be crowded around the bench press or the leg press. They're going to be doing all sorts of interesting exercises, particularly if there are good personal trainers on the floor that can show people sorts of whole body stuff. When I go to one of the heavy weights rooms that I go to, which is called Dr. Zach's in North London in Cockfosters, which I like very much. Hi, Dr. Zach. I often will go to do whole body stuff just because I feel in the mood, and people watch me very curiously because they're surprised that I would do whole body, but I'm usually only one or maybe two women in there, so they probably think, oh, she's just doing something a bit different. But if you had more women in your weights room all the time, you would see a greater variety of exercise and hopefully a greater transfer of knowledge and inspiration from trainer to trainer. The next point I wanted to make was about the idea of cooperation rather than competition. Women are, and I know I'm talking in great generalisations here, but women are more cooperative than competitive. And that means in a weights room, you're less likely to have argy-bargy. There is a train of thought which says, don't have women in the weights room because it just causes problem between the males. Like males are these sort of ape-like beings that can't control themselves and will sort of fight like stags and women in the weights room. I do not believe that's the case. I think that's a terrible stereotype of men. What I do think, though, is if you have women in the weights room, is we are naturally more cooperative. We help each other. We are likely to have a chat with people. We create an atmosphere that's, is a community. It's not just, guys competing about who can lift the heaviest weight. So Again, I said if you're trying to produce, you're trying to create an environment where lots of people want to train and feel they're part of a family, having women there is a really important thing. The last point I wanted to make was about the issue of hormones. And one of the great reasons that people say we don't want women in the weights room is because they say, women get really hormonal, and so you'll end up with all these grumpy cows in there. Well, can I say first of all, there will be more artificial hormones coursing in bodies than natural hormones coursing in bodies in a weights room. Those artificial hormones obviously are steroids and growth hormone. They cause greater mood swings than natural hormones in women. The second point I would say is that if you're letting women into the weights room, you're actually giving them a massive help with any hormonal issues, because the point with exercise is it's brilliant for PMT because, first of all, because the exercise stimulates your lymphatic system, it actually helps to speed that system up and stop things like fluid retention. You're obviously releasing endorphins, the happy hormone, when you do exercise, which again helps with mood, and you're building muscle, which helps women to maintain their body composition and be overall more happy with their body. So give us a break on this one. Yeah, we might have the odd grumpy day, but my goodness, so will you if you're taking any sort of steroid or human growth hormone. Even if you're not, you have bad days too. There is etiquette in the gym. I don't expect women to be flouncing around, ignoring that etiquette, but having some diversity in the gym, having gender balance in the gym, I think is tremendously important for the other reasons I've mentioned. So when you get asked, and when you're in the gym and you see women in the gym, be nice, encourage them, welcome them into the gym and look to see how the atmosphere will change. I love going and doing weights, and I'm passionate about helping other people lift weights, particularly those who are unlikely candidates or less likely candidates, be they women or people who are older, people who are younger, people who do other sort of endurance type sport and don't think that weights are for them. I'm going to finish with a story about a friend of mine who I trained with as a personal trainer, who was a professional footballer, and he had actually been told by his physio team not to do any weights at all, and had sensibly ignored that advice, because the point about weights is even if you don't want to get massive, they're brilliant for just stabilizing your musculature, stabilizing your skeleton. And so everyone should be doing weights. It's not just for those who want to get huge. So let's welcome everyone into the gym. Let's make sure that everyone gets a chance to lift weights and everyone sees the benefit of them. That's all I had to say. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, then great. All feedback is feedback. You can also message me direct at hello@3piecepublishing.com. That's hello@3piecepublishing.com. I'll put the link in the notes below. You can also go onto our website, which is www.3piecepublishing.com. You can go on /subscribe and subscribe for the newsletter. We've also got some free offers in there. There's 2 free books at the moment. One is a free book on alcohol-free drinks. The other is on desserts you can eat while still getting lean. And there's also some other recipes, and there are some also workout programs. There's a whole body workout and there's a 15-minute tone up on there. If you search in this YouTube channel, you'll see I've got a couple of playlists for those, and then the written programs are on the website to go with those. If there's anything you'd like to ask me, anything in particular you'd like me to cover, just let me know. I'd be delighted. I answer all the queries that come through. I also do some Q&A on video for those who have given me really good questions, which I think I should answer and everybody should hear. So I know it's a privilege to serve you. You're busy. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon. Bye.